Hello and welcome to Historical Gameplay, where we recreate campaigns and conquests of the past. Now, this is episode 10 of Campaigns of Pyrrhus. What happened last episode? We had Pyrrhus finally crossing to Sicily. We had him acquiring Akragas, the city here, to recreate his Sicilian expedition. So he captured the city. He sustained very heavy losses in doing so. We also had a unit of local mercenaries aiding us. We have dismissed them now because of the high amount of casualties, and we will probably now go ahead and dismiss these two units. They are almost half strength, actually less than half, so there's no point us keeping them for now. We're going to dismiss them, save a little bit of money, and if we need, we're going to hire local mercenaries at full strength, hopefully, when we need it. Right now, what we're going to do with Pyrrhus, he will sit here and he will hopefully replenish next couple of turns. Our aim here is the entirety of the island, so we're going to Panormus, after Panormus next, and then hopefully we might be able to convince Syracuse to maybe seal a military alliance with us to bring us even closer together. Unfortunately, I cannot confederate with them or unite with them as you would with in Attila and in some of the actually DLCs here in Rome allow that as well. We do not have this option, unfortunately, so the closest I can hope to get that with them would be either client state, which is not going to be accepted, unfortunately. Oh, have a look at this. Okay, they're actually ready to do it right now, and it's high likelihood. Okay, we're going to do that, but we would like to have some financial support, please. Okay, that sounds great. Let's go. Fantastic. And so will mine. Thank you. Yes, sacrifice the bull for us. Okay, fantastic. We got a bit of money. We badly need that. Now, another thing we need to do, we need to approach the Aetolians here. What happened to Aetolians? They become client state of our long-standing trade partner, Athenians. We also have non-aggression with them, so we're hoping that perhaps we can restore the trade links with the Aetolians. No? Not quite, not yet anyway. Okay, we'll leave them there. Okay, Macedonians are still very upset with us as always. Illyrians, we were courting these fellas, approaching them every almost every episode, to no avail. We're not gonna bother now. Now, another target of our diplomatic overtures are the Ligurians, because they are the ones that are closest to the Romans. If they could help us out with opening a second front, that would be very helpful indeed. However, so far they were non-compliant. They would not consider it at all. We have a bit of money now, however, so perhaps, just perhaps, I could offer them a bit. No. Okay, how about this? No. Okay, well, we're not gonna give them more, because what I'm afraid a repeat of is Veneti situation, when they promised to attack and they haven't done anything at all. Nothing. I don't think they've even crossed to the Roman territory once. So we're going to just rely on our own resources now, and on hopefully on the Syracuse as well. Let's see, they are also, yes, they're allied with us, and they have Carthage, and they have Numidians as their enemies. Okay, so diplomacy is done here. Unfortunately, Aetolians did not comply. Now, what we had is very dire situation here in southern Sicily. We managed to control all, to secure control of all of it, as we wanted to recreate historical situation. However, look at this. Now the Romans can now reach us within a turn. They don't need to now spend the time, because last time I checked, their march would have stopped somewhere around this area. Right now, look at this. We need some emergency measures here. Can we hire? Nothing here. We cannot, unfortunately, hire anything apart from bizarre situation when elephants somehow mercenaries. I do not know of historical precedent of mercenary elephants, not in Europe anyway. Okay, so we're gonna leave that. They're too expensive anyway. Cavalry, no, too pricey. Okay, unfortunately we can only afford, we're going to go for this Etruscan mercenary spearmen. What I would really like to get as well is this unit of Italian militia. However, they're not available, unfortunately. We will try and recruit now. We will try and recruit. Although if they march on us and besiege Taras, of course this will come to a naught. But we will try and acquire maybe a couple of more units of swordsmen for the walls. Let's see, what do we have here? This unit is very expensive, unfortunately. Apulians. They're even more expensive than the mercenaries that we have. Right, what else can we get here? Can we maybe get one more unit of Thurios swordsmen? And we also have Epirot levies. Now they also swordsmen, also 300 men. Quite cheap, but their stats are not as great. Not as great at all. We don't want any more spears at this time. Let's see, who else can we get here? Not much else. We do not want... we need something to guard the wall, don't we? Okay, let's go for one more unit of Thurios, one more of Thesprotians, if we can. If it's an option at all, that is. Because, you know, once they start attacking, if they besiege us next turn, then we are tossed, basically. Okay, so we've got this done. The public order dropped to -4. It was on 0 last time I checked. Last episode. Now it's -4, so we're in trouble here. We need to see if we can maybe send our queen here to hopefully help us with this a little bit. Let's have a look. Before we send her, can we get one of these ancillaries for her? Executioner, fisherman, we don't want this. Cunning, public order, okay. Chance of evading. Coin forger. Yes, let's go with this gentleman here, and we're going to send her to Italia. See if she can please improve our public order there. Yes, it seemed to have worked, hopefully. Yes, it's +6 now. Fantastic. Although, of course, there will be little point in doing that if Romans now decide to attack us. Can we also get some marines here? This unit is only 60 men. This is not good, is it? 100 here, 80 here. Okay, let us try maybe getting one of those as well. So we'll bring our fleet up to 5 ships, 5 units in strength. Let's see, how many can we actually recruit? Okay, we can only recruit 2. Okay, we'll stick with this for the time being. Right, Pyrrhus is basically replenishing now, can't go anywhere. We also started on reconstruction projects here, and we're trying to dismantle this religious shrine, Carthaginian shrine, to hopefully build something useful instead. We also have an option now, option of upgrading our fishing port. We do not want to do it yet. Perhaps though I might be able to upgrade this garrison, this mustering field. Why? Because I really need extra garrison. If I upgrade it to the level 2, to this barracks, it will give us 3 units extra for the garrison. Okay, so we shall do that. Let's try, and it's also cheaper. It's 2,200. However, it's 6 turns. I'm very doubtful we will have the time to actually complete this, because looking at this looks very, very intimidating. We'll see. We shall see. We shall hope for the best. What else can we do? Let us check. Where is our general in Taras? Okay, this is our garrison in Taras. What does this gentleman have? Perhaps we can beef him up a little bit somehow as well. Executioner would give us public order. We need the public order actually here pretty badly. Okay, let's give it to him. Let's give it to him. Here, 2 melee attack upon recruitment, morale for elephants, authority, charge bonus, and right, let's perhaps go for the standard bearer here. Okay. Now what about Pyrrhus? What can we do for Pyrrhus? For Pyrrhus of Epirus? Not much. Okay, we'll leave him as it is for the time being. Alexander's sword. Yeah, we will leave him. We will leave him be. Let's see if we can promote any of our generals. No, we cannot. And this is our navy, isn't it? Yes, for the navy we will also leave him. We will leave everything as it is. Although perhaps we will change this executioner in Pyrrhus. In Epirus. Yes, because we want there to be no penalties to our growth here. As you can see, it's giving us -2. We're going to replace this gentleman with Coin Forger to make a little bit more money. Okay, so this is all sorted. The queen checked the public order here, thankfully. Now we're going to hit the turn and keep our fingers crossed that the Romans do not decide to besiege us here, because if they do, yes, chances aren't great that we're going to be able to hold on to Taras. Okay, so fingers crossed. Let's go. Okay, so our queen returned from mission. She's back in Epirus. However, what I was afraid of, what I was fearful of, has happened, and the Romans besieged Taras now. And that means we are now up against their full stock, and we have a bare bone army here. These 3 units, they obviously now cannot be recruited. Good thing happened is we managed to reinforce our fleet with a couple of more units of Greek marine archers, although I'm not sure how useful these soldiers will be in the coming battle, because look at this. Triari, Principes, we have Hastati, all sorts basically. And what is also pretty bad for us is that it seems that they only have 1 unit of cavalry. The rest are all melee infantry. Oh no, there is more cavalry here. Okay, so hopefully I'm not that worried about the cavalry. What I'm worried about is this melee swordsmen that are gonna just cut their way through our defenses on the walls. This is what I'm worried about, because we do not have much in terms of countering them. Okay. So yeah, what I was afraid of happened. In Sicily now we have an issue with the population and happiness as well, -10. We have a Carthaginian governor here causing trouble. We have stopped with replenishment, of course. Okay, however, the good news is, what is our... oh, let's have a look at what is available for hire. Okay, well, the same militias and levies. Okay, not much changed here, and we also are running low on anything but barbaroi, which are the foreigners here, foreigner population class. We can, however, we can hire some footmen here if we decided to, because historically Pyrrhus actually hired a lot of mercenaries here, and a lot of the Greek cities that submitted to him supplied him with men. Now yes, this is the Carthaginian navy I was worried about. So it reappeared and doing some raiding in Syracusan waters here. Yes, we have managed, however, to acquire 2 more units of marine archers, which is good, better than nothing, I suppose. We will cancel this, because there's no point now trying and hire them when we are, you know, unable to do it anyway. And we cannot, unfortunately, recruit the mercenaries either. Gosh, okay, so we are stuck. I think Essentia will have to go, because there's no way we can defend it with this incomplete units, 11 incomplete units, because Greek hoplites are not even complete, half a unit against this full stack of Principes and Triari and Hastati and all the rest. So this is we'll have to let it go. But this is also historical. This is okay. This is okay. We might have to return to Italy with Pyrrhus eventually once the Sicily is dealt with, and give Romans one last proper battle. Now, what else can we do here before we end the term? Okay, there's a problem here. How many turns? 25 turns until they rebel. That's okay. Was there dominant, by the way, culture here? Okay, it's Hellenic and it's rising. This is good. Well, actually, Punic is, but Punic is on the decline and it's only 2% difference. That's okay. Okay, we've seen that already. The queen has returned. Okay. Mysteries of Elysius, sorry. 4 Hellenic culture and 4 public order for 4 turns. This is great. This is what we badly need, actually. We badly need that. Let's see, can we do anything with our spy now? Can we slow this army down? What can we do here? Army sabotage. And what are the chances of the success? Okay. 28%. I wanted to actually send my spy around the globe to acquire some trade rights, as I was advised on the YouTube, which is quite a good actually tip there. I should have done it with my navy straight away, but I just didn't manage. I didn't think of it at the time. So right now, however, I need him to maybe... Can we slow this army down? If I sabotage his supplies, let's try. Let us give it a try and see. No. Of course not, because agents were nerfed in Divide et Impera, and rightfully so. So it had no impact whatsoever. But it's okay. Maybe she will acquire some experience in the future, hopefully. Now, what else do we have here? If we try subvert him, wow, 1% chance. This can actually be helpful, but it's also only 5%. No, we're not going to do any of that. We're going to leave him where he is. Our income is quite decent though, but you know, our garrison here is, yeah, it's ridiculous. And here as well, and I don't want to recruit any of these fellas because they're just kind of useless crowd, like Hannibal said about the army that he had with him in Italy just before departing for Carthage. Just before the Battle of Zama, he said it's a useless crowd. He left most of them behind, only took his core troops with him. Okay, we're going to end turn here and see what this Roman Legio 2 is going to do to us. Fingers crossed we are attacked next turn before the attrition takes place, I suppose. And yeah, here we are. So we have 2 hoplites, 5 militia, 2 citizens, 5 archers, and some melee infantry here. So we do have a bit of a chance, considering the fleet is also here, but I'm not too confident about it, to be honest. So yeah, fingers crossed, let's go. Okay. So yes, there is no point me even trying to hold it. Look at this. 1, 2, 3, 4 ragtag citizens with no armor, no shields whatsoever. There's no way, absolutely no way. We'll auto resolve this, and yes, we'll just have to let it go. And this is okay. This is okay. This is fine, because this is what happened, and Pyrrhus had to reclaim most of these areas. Actually, his garrison that he left here at Locri before departing, he left 2 garrisons, one here, one at Taras. Well, he was actually massacred by the locals whilst he was in Sicily, so he returned to Locri and he just basically, he looted their temple, he pillaged the city, and yeah, he basically took it out on the inhabitants for what they've done to his garrison there. And he lost a lot of allies here in southern Italy, because they were under the pressure from the Romans, but also upset about him leaving them to their fate, essentially going for his Sicilian conquests. so he had to come back and reestablish himself in many places. Then of course he had to challenge the Romans once again here at Beneventum. Okay, so what has happened? Sabotage attempt, target, action, misdirection. Okay, target is Ctimene. Food shortage. Someone increased in rank. Who did? Okay, this is our general in Epirus. And admiral also. Fantastic. Okay, so the Romans did not assault us here. They did not attack Taurus. Good news is they are suffering a bit of attrition here in 192 now. We have not sustained any, which is great because we're a portal city, I would presume. However, we lost Cosentia. And we're going to end it here. Now, the next turn we come back. Oh, Cappadocian usurpers. We are going to have a look at what can be done here to hopefully army destroyed, to be able to do something regarding this assault against Taurus, because if this army now comes and joins them, then we are pretty much toasted. So I need to think about it. I need to think about perhaps I could sally out, although with the forces I have, that is probably a suicide mission. So I need to have a think. So we're going to end it here. Not much has happened apart from our losing Cosentia. But this is all alongside historical lines. This is okay. Carthage reinforces his remaining city in Sicily. That is also fine. So we're gonna come back next turn and hopefully, yes, be able to summon our forces to resist these advances against Taurus. Okay, everyone, thank you for watching. Please subscribe if you like it, and leave a comment, leave a like or a dislike. Subscribe to the channel if you want to see more of these videos. And thanks again for all the comments. Thanks again for all the subscriptions and the tips that I've received. Thank you, and I'll see you guys in the comments.